Before we begin, take a moment, just a second, and subscribe to the channel. Tap the like button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Because stories like this don't come around often. Your support isn't just a click. It's what allows us to bring you stories that stay with you long after the screen fades to black. Stories that don't just entertain. They linger. They echo. They make you question things you thought were certain. So get comfortable. Take a slow breath. And whatever you do, stay with me until the very end. Because tonight's story didn't explode into chaos. It unraveled. Quietly. Slowly. Almost politely. And by the time anyone realized what was happening, it was already too late. It started on a Saturday evening. The kind of evening you don't remember. Nothing special. Nothing dramatic. Just that strange space between the end of a long week and the beginning of another one. A pause. Where responsibilities loosen their grip. And tomorrow hasn't yet started making demands. Those nights feel harmless. Forgettable. Even. But sometimes, those are the nights that change everything. The house was quiet. But not the kind of quiet that feels peaceful. Not the kind that settles naturally. Like a soft blanket over a tired day. No. This quiet felt arranged. Like someone had carefully placed silence into every corner of the house. Too perfect. Too still. Almost as if the walls themselves were waiting. I had just finished tidying up. The laundry was folded, neatly stacked, edges aligned with unnecessary precision. Like order could somehow keep chaos out. Like if everything looked right, nothing could go wrong. The dining table was already set. Plates untouched. Glasses waiting. Cutlery placed exactly where it should be. Everything ready for a moment that for some reason hadn't happened yet. I made myself a cup of tea. And when the porcelain touched the counter, that soft clink echoed louder than it should have. Too loud. Like the house was amplifying every small sound, just to remind me how quiet everything else was. I sat down in the corner of the sofa. The cushions sank beneath me, wrapping around my body in that familiar, practiced way. Comforting. Predictable. Like something I had done 1,000 times before. And yet, something felt different. The refrigerator hummed in the background. Low. Steady. Constant. Like a heartbeat. Filling the silence so it didn't feel completely empty. From the kitchen, I could hear him humming. It wasn't a song I recognized. Not something he usually hummed. It sounded unfinished. Like a tune that didn't quite know where it was going. Or maybe, like someone humming out of habit. Not joy. Not presence. Just motion. Because that's what it felt like. His body was there. But his mind? Somewhere else entirely. The smell of dinner lingered in the air. Garlic. Herbs. Something slightly sweet. A scent that used to mean comfort. A scent that used to feel like home. But tonight, it felt distant. Almost like a memory. Instead of something real. The kids weren't home. They were out with friends. And their absence was louder than anything else. Their laughter, usually bouncing off the walls, filling every empty space, gone. Replaced with a stillness that didn't feel natural. It pressed in. On the walls. On the air. On me. And for just a moment. One small, fragile moment. I let myself believe everything was fine. That this was peace. That this was what calm felt like. But here's the thing about stillness. When it becomes too perfect, too complete, it's rarely peace. It's a warning. At first, I couldn't explain it. There was no argument. No shouting. No slam doors. Nothing visible. Nothing obvious. But I felt it. Something heavy. Something invisible. Sitting in the air like it didn't belong there. Have you ever felt that? When everything looks the same, but something inside you whispers, "This isn't right." That's what it was. Not a thought. Not a conclusion. An instinct. A quiet voice somewhere deep inside me saying, "Pay attention." I took a sip of my tea, slowly, hoping the warmth would settle whatever this feeling was. It didn't. The unease stayed. It didn't fade. It didn't soften. It tightened. wrapped itself around my thoughts, and refused to let go. Because if I was being honest, this didn't start tonight. It had been building, quietly, over time. I had noticed the changes, small ones at first, easy to dismiss, easy to explain away. His laughter didn't come as easily anymore. His smiles didn't last as long. And his phone, that was the first real sign. It used to be nothing, something he left lying around, on counters, on tables, between couch cushions, forgotten, unimportant. But now, it never left his hand. I'd catch him staring at it, thumb moving quickly across the screen, face unreadable, carefully controlled. And sometimes, there it was, a smile. But not for me. A small one, private, almost hidden. And every time our eyes met, that smile disappeared, instantly, like it had never been there at all. I'm just checking something for work. He always said it the same way, same tone, same timing, same words. And at first, I believed him. Because that's what trust does. It believes, even when doubt starts knocking. But doubt doesn't stay quiet forever. It grows, piece by piece, detail by detail. Late-night messages, conversations that ended the moment I walked into a room, a kind of restlessness that clung to him, like static in the air before a storm. And when love starts to feel uncertain, silence becomes unbearable. Every pause feels intentional. Every quiet moment feels loaded, like something is being hidden inside it. That night, as I sat there, staring toward the soft light spilling out from the kitchen, something inside me shifted. I wasn't imagining it anymore. The house felt different, heavy, like it was carrying something it hadn't told me yet. And then, I heard it. A sound. Faint, soft, but deliberate. It came from upstairs. At first I ignored it, told myself it was nothing. The wind, the pipes, the house settling, like it always did. But then, it came again. Slower this time, more intentional. Measured. Each sound echoed through the silence, like a heartbeat. My breath caught. The tea in my hands had gone cold. Something was wrong. I turned toward the hallway. The light stretched across the floor, casting long shadows that didn't look familiar anymore. And that's when I saw it. Liam's door. Slightly open. That door was never open. Not ever. Liam guarded his space, fiercely, every night, without fail. His door stayed closed. Not just closed, certain, predictable. But tonight? It wasn't. And something about that, something small, something simple, sent a chill through me. My pulse quickened, loud, heavy, impossible to ignore. It felt like the house was watching me, waiting, holding its breath. Don't, I told myself. Respect his space. But another voice, quieter, sharper, more honest, whispered back, go look. And once that voice speaks, it doesn't go away. Each step toward the door felt heavier than the last. The air changed, thicker, harder to breathe. Like something was pushing back against me, trying to stop me. Or maybe, trying to prepare me. My hand trembled as I reached for the door. And somewhere deep inside, I already knew. Whatever was waiting on the other side was going to change everything.